What is up, guys? It is Jed Wrestling here, back again with another video. And today we have the full 2025 WWE roster showcase. This is going to be quite a long video, so I don't want to waste too much time. But this is one I've technically done before. It was like a year and a half ago, I'm pretty sure. But the landscape has changed quite a bit. I've gotten a lot of new figures since then. And I thought overall it was the time to remake it. It was also one of my most popular videos, so I want to see if this one performs as well. But yes, let's get right into it. For 2025, starting off, we have Bo Dallas, Uncle Howdy, currently on SmackDown, the leader of the Wyatt Six. The Wyatt Six were floundering for a while once the dust settled from their debut. I think they've picked up quite a bit of momentum recently. They got the WWE Tag Team Championships around their waist, and yeah, I do decently like the Wyatt Six. We're gonna put Bo Dallas back there and grab our next figure, which is Carmelo Hayes. This is the brand new Elite 121 Carmelo Hayes that I just got the other day. Still available at Ringside Collectibles. I'm pretty sure if you were interested, this Carmelo Hayes is absolutely awesome, and I do think that Melo has a very bright future in WWE. I think once his feud with the Miz is over, he's going to shoot up the card and at least go for a mid card title. Speaking of the mid-card title, here is Sami Zayn, the current United States champion on SmackDown. I have really enjoyed his run as United States champion. He's fought Rey Fenix, he's fought Carmelo Hayes, he's fought Aleister Black, even John Cena. He fought like Javon Evans, Shinsuke Nakamura. I do really like the open challenges he's got going on, and I hope they do carry this on for a while. I hope he has a long run with the belt, and then maybe lose it to someone like, and I don't know. I mean, like when you think about it, the SmackDown mid-card roster isn't very deep, so I don't know who he could really lose it to that he hasn't beaten already. But yeah, I guess we'll just have to wait and see. Santos Escobar. Now it was rumored that Santos Escobar was going to be leaving WWE, but I guess that's not happening. I read a report that he changed his mind and he's now staying with WWE. They got some more creative plans for him, so that I guess that's pretty cool. And to go with him, I have both Angel and Berto of Legado del Fantasma. Continuing, we have Charlotte Flair and Alexa Bliss. They have lost quite a bit of steam since they first captured the Women's Tag Team Championships, in my opinion. The only people they really faced are the Secret Service, but I do like this as a concept. I like how Charlotte Flair is doing something different. She's been connecting more with the fans, I think. And overall, I do really like this pairing with Alexa Bliss. I hope they have a long run with the belts, just like Sami Zayn. CM Punk, that's right, we got CM Punk. Of course, he won the world title at SummerSlam, and then Seth Rollins cashed in on him immediately after. And he's been embroiled, of course, in a feud with Seth Rollins ever since, which I'm kind of sick of, not gonna lie. I think they should do something more with CM Punk and something more with Seth Rollins than just have them feud with each other because when you think about it, they've been feuding on and off ever since CM Punk came back to WWE, and that was like that's going on 2 years ago now, which is insane to say. I remember it like it was yesterday. But dude, I want to see Punk doing some other stuff. I think it would be good for both men if there was to be a draft, and then I would see CM Punk getting drafted to SmackDown over Seth Rollins because it would be kind of weird to draft the world champions to different brands. Because if you draft Seth Rollins to SmackDown, that means you pretty much have to bring Cody Rhodes, the WWE champion, over to Raw. So I think that'd be a little too seismic of a change. But Punk should go to SmackDown. He crossed. She doesn't do a whole lot. We're gonna put her next to Bo Dallas over here. Nightmare Cody Rhodes. He's looking very dapper in his suit. This is, of course, the basic version of the suited Cody Rhodes. They have done a couple suited elites, but I don't really need a suited elite Cody Rhodes. I think this basic works well enough. It doesn't have any articulation, but that's the only real downside to it. And speaking of the undisputed WWE champion, here's Cody Rhodes once again, Royal Rumble 2023 attire. Ridiculously stiff legs, but I did use this for the Maximum Carnage match, and it turned out all right. I mean, there were some moments in that match where this figure was like really stiff, but yes, Cody Rhodes, he just lost to Seth Rollins at Crown Jewel, and I am glad about that. I was kind of sick of Cody's constant winning, so maybe he could enter into a feud with someone else now. I don't know. I took the main event series 147 Seth Rollins, put some gloves on it, put a white jacket on it, and put some technically Jey Uso glasses on. I used those for Jey Uso, but those are actually Macho Man Randy Savage glasses. But yeah, I made a pretty cool looking promo Seth Rollins to see WrestleMania 39. Heritage Seth Rollins. Well, it's the WrestleMania 41 Heritage Seth Rollins based off of WrestleMania 39. And of course, you can't have any of this in 2025 without one man, and that one man is Triple H. I thought I'd throw Triple H in here because he is the CCO of WWE. He is the head honcho. Some of his booking decisions in 2025 have not been the greatest. I'm just going to say that. But at the end of the day, Triple H is steering the ship, so you got to respect him. Got Triple H. But it is Dexter Loomis, new Elite 119 Dexter Loomis. I'm not sure if I'm going to get the Joe Gacy, but I did get the Dexter Loomis. This thing is pretty cool. I like the mask. I like all the details on it. One half of the WWE World Tag Team Champions, excuse me. It is JD McDonough. And hold on a second, but we're gonna wait for him to stand. And I want to also get in his buddy, his mentor, Finn Balor. These two are matching attires, of course, because of the Ultimate Edition Finn Balor and Survivor Series Jaden McDonough, both based off of Survivor Series War Games 2023. So they look really cool next to each other with the World Tag Team Championships. I did swap the head on this Jaden McDonough so we could get the interchangeable hair feature, and it does work pretty nice. It doesn't really allow for the mask to go on pretty well, but I don't really care about the mask, not gonna lie. And I guess we finish up the Judgment Day here. We got Dominic Mysterio, and we go more towards the bottom of the pile a little bit. I am gonna have to pick up those figures, but Liv Morgan, Dominic Mysterio, and Liv Morgan, both from Elite Series 119. Just like the JD and the Balor, they do look really cool next to each other. And Dominic is, of course, the current Intercontinental Champion. Yada da mean, we got Jacob Fatu. This is the Elite 118 Jacob Fatu. Dude, have you noticed how much they've nerfed Jacob Fatu ever since he was aligned with Solo Sikoa? Because like, dude, he was like the most powerful guy on the roster. He could take like DDTs and RKOs from Randy Orton, and now he's getting pinned on PLE by Solo Sikoa. Like, dude, they've nerfed Jacob Fatu so much, but I am pretty excited for his match with Drew McIntyre coming up on SmackDown. I was talking about the Sami Zayn Open Challenge earlier, and on Friday, we did see the return of the King of Strong Style, Shinsuke Nakamura. He was dormant for a while, and he has his new theme song back. It looks like he's a babyface now. Here she is, of course. I don't have Alba Fire or Piper Niven. Of course, the people she's aligned in the Secret Herbs. But Chelsea Green is really funny. I do hope that she wins the Women's United States Championship again soon because her work as a Women's United States Champion was really awesome, and I feel like all the holders of that title since have not been able to touch her in that regard. But yes, there's Chelsea Green, the Elite 108, of course. AJ Styles just had a generational match with John Cena at Crown Jewel. Easily my favorite match of John Cena's final run. AJ brought back his TNA attire. He brought back a lot of vintage TNA moves from some of his rivals back in the day, as did Cena from some of his WWE rivals. Yeah, that match was just really awesome. I'm very glad that they made time for an AJ Styles match because it was looking like it wasn't going to happen. But thank you, WWE, for making that match happen. He's back again. Seth freaking Rollins. His world title just fell off. But yes, Seth freaking Rollins, Elite 117, based off of WrestleMania 40 Night 2. He is holding the World Heavyweight Championship since he is, of course, the current World Heavyweight Champion. But yes, Seth Rollins. I'm pretty sure I have at least one more Seth Rollins in this pile. Main event Jey Uso. I thought right off the cuff I'd get all the Jey Usos out of the way. Got the Elite 114 regular and Chase, as well as the main event Jey Uso, if you know what I'm saying. It's mostly just these two that I use, but the main event one is pretty cool as well. I do like the Elite 114 Chase the best though, and I am very excited for the new Jey Usos that we're going to be seeing, like the one that we're going to be seeing in the Elite line based off of Royal Rumble 2025. And the defining moments, which I'm going to be sure to pre-order. That one looks sick. Here's Nia Jax. And dude, I like Nia Jax, don't get me wrong, but I think she's coming into her own as a wrestler. I think she's getting better in the ring as time goes on. But the fact that she's still facing Tiffany Stratton for the Women's Championship shows just how not very deep the SmackDown Women's roster is, because they've lost a lot of people in the past year. They've lost Bailey over to Raw. Bianca Belair hasn't been on in like what feels like half a year due to an injury. So yeah, So yeah, Nia Jackson's still challenging Tiffany Stratton for the women's championship, even though she's been defeated many times. I don't know. I feel like that's just lazy writing. Hopefully, Tiffany Stratton gets some more fresh opponents. Here's Austin Theory. This man's fall off needs to be examined. Yeah, Austin Theory defeated John Cena in the main event, not in the main event, in the opening match of WrestleMania 39, literally just over 2 years ago. Let that sink in. And now he's stuck on main event. Like, dude, that Austin Theory is injured right now, I'm pretty sure, but dude, he has so much potential, man. Like you look at him, he has the look to be a main event star. He has the ring skills. He has the promo skills. Like, why aren't we using Austin Theory to his full potential? Why are we wasting his prime putting him on main event when he's not injured? Like, dude, put Austin Theory on TV, have him feud with Grayson Waller, man, have him join the Vision for all I care. Like, just do something with Austin Theory, man. But Grayson Waller, at least he's getting TV time. I feel like he's a guy like Austin Theory who kind of has everything. I mean, as far as the look to be a main event star, I don't know if he has that, but to be like a good punk heel, I think Grayson Waller has a lot of potential. So yeah, Grayson Waller is underrated. Deeper into the realm of Monday Night Raw obscurity, here is the Newcastle Republic, I'm pretty sure they're called. Pete Dunne and Tyler Bate. Now, I'm 99% sure that these two are the ones who are playing Los Americanos. Those two guys who are aligned with El Grande Americano. At least they're getting TV time, if you know what I'm saying. But yeah, I do. I think they should send Pete Dunne back to NXT for a little run. I think he could do a really good run there. Maybe help the NXT main event scene a little bit. As for Tyler Bate, I don't really know what he could do, but Pete Dunne, he should totally go back to the bruiserweight and be down in NXT. Becky Lynch, of course, some people have some things to say about Becky Lynch, but at the end of the day, you can't hate her. She is the best women's wrestler of all time, and it's not just her saying it. Other people say it. Sports Illustrated says it. Bleacher Report says it. All these people say it. You gotta love Becky Lynch. Two members of Solo Sikoa's MFT faction. You got Tama Tonga and Tongaloa. Tama Tonga just returning last SmackDown, and now he has that really cool face paint going on. It has a little shout out to the God, which Tama Tonga and Tongaloa used to be back when they were in New Japan, and they of course with Tala Tonga, JC Mateo, and their leader Solo Sikoa. So yeah, I guess the MFTs are gonna start to build some momentum back up. The Empress of Tomorrow, Asuka. I don't have Kairi Sane, but that's her current tag partner going on in the Kabuki Warriors, and they just had a match with Rhea Ripley and Io Sky at Crown Jewel. Pretty decent match. They did end up losing, but I do like this heel run that Asuka is on. I think it's helping her build up some more momentum that she lost once she returned from injury, and then she lost the Queen of the Ring tournament. So yeah, I'm glad she's feuding with Io Sky, and maybe she can go for the women's world title soon. I don't know. And Ivar of the War Raiders. Eric's foot is broken, unfortunately, but these figures are still pretty cool based off of Elite 80 something. But yeah, we definitely do need new War Raiders figures. Another tag team, we got Pretty Deadly, Kit Wilson, and Elton Prince, of course. Now that Elton Prince, I haven't seen him in quite a while. I don't know if he's injured or what's going on with him. But Kit Wilson is still doing stuff every now and again, and entering into a short little feud with Damian Priest, which has been pretty funny. But yes, Pretty Deadly, one of the many teams in SmackDown's tag division. The Celtic Warrior, Sheamus. Where is Sheamus, dude? Like, he's been gone since Clash in Paris. Much like Elton Prince, I don't know what's going on with him, but I think they could pick up that route, that feud where he's going for the Intercontinental Championship, because they've dropped the ball on that so much, dude. Like with Gunther, I think Sheamus should have been the one to beat Gunther at WrestleMania 40. I'm not talking Clash of Castle 2022. I think WrestleMania 40, or if Sheamus wasn't cleared to wrestle then, maybe later on down the line, he should have been the one to beat Gunther over Sami Zayn. And if they weren't to do that, I think he should have faced Braun Breaker at WrestleMania 41 and won the Intercontinental Championship. Because they have to revisit that storyline again. Sheamus needs to become Grand Slam. He needs to win the Intercontinental Championship. LA Knight, yeah. The fact that this guy has never been a world champion is absolutely criminal, dude. Let alone the fact that he's only ever held the United States Championship is also criminal, man. Like LA Knight, this is another guy they've dropped the ball on quite a bit, but I think there's still time. He still remains super over. There's still time to maybe have him beat Seth Rollins for the world title and go on a little run because LA Knight, his popularity has just barely diminished ever since his first arose in 2023. People still want to see LA Knight succeed. People still love LA Knight, including myself. So he should be a bona fide main eventer. Yeah, someone I hope returns soon. We got Ilya Dragunov. He did tear his ACL, but he's going to be a really awesome asset to the upper mid card or like the IC title scene once he comes back. I even think they could put him up in the world title scene. Maybe have a little feud with Seth. Probably just like a TV world title feud, but he could still feud with Seth. I feel like that'd be a really awesome match. But yes, Ilya Dragunov. I hope he comes back soon. Like I said. The OTC, the Tribal Chief, Roman Reigns, just lost to Bronson Reed live on pay-per-view, which are PLE, which I think is absolutely insane. But so it looks like that they're going to be building up Bronson Reed as this main eventer along with Braun Breaker. And also we have the promo tire Roman Reigns, which it is really outdated because you have the Bloodline logo on it with Paul and the Usos and everything. But this is like my custom 2025 look Roman Reigns, the Elite 110 with two red gauntlets. Tiffany Stratton, it is Tiffy time. I do wish she would have won the Crown Jewel Championship at Crown Jewel over Stephanie Vaquer. I'm just not really a fan of Stephanie Vaquer personally. She hasn't really done anything to impress me. Here's Jade Cargill, got the Elite 116 Jade Cargill. I like all the details on this figure, but the jacket being rubber is really unfortunate. I mean, like it's made of such a material where you can bend her elbow a little bit, but really not much at all. So that's a shame. Here is my man, Big Jim. Congratulations to Big Jim and Naomi because Naomi's pregnant. They're going to be having their baby pretty soon. Jimmy Uso is going to be becoming a dad, which is very awesome. But as for Big Jim right now, he is embroiled in this storyline with Roman Reigns and Jey Uso, which I guess could end with Jey Uso turning heel. I mean, I don't know. I don't really see like I don't really see like what could happen at the end game of the storyline besides Jey Uso turning heel. So I guess that's what's gonna happen. Our truth. I know I'm talking about a lot of people that WWE has dropped the ball on in this video, but yet again, they have dropped the ball on our truth, dude, because they released him and everybody was so mad about it. And I knew in the back of my mind that they could not just ignore the constant hate that they were getting for firing our truth. They got it for like a week. And I knew, like, dude, they're gonna bring R-Truth back. They can't just ignore all of this. They're chanting his name at every show. Like they can't ignore this, and they didn't ignore it. They ended up bringing him back at Money in the Bank in the main event of the show, no less, when he attacked John Cena. And then he went on his Ron Killings run before disappearing, and then just randomly coming back as a babyface once John Cena turned face. So yeah, I think what they should do is like a split personality storyline. They should have R-Truth. They should have R-Truth be R-Truth backstage, be all goofy, hang out with people and everything. And then when he's scheduled to wrestle, he comes out as Ron Killings and kicks all kinds of butt. Chad Gable, yet another guy who was injured right at the peak of his El Grande Americano storyline. Then they ended up giving it to Ludwig Kaiser, who I personally think has been a better El Grande Americano than Chad Gable. Chad Gable was still really good in the role, but El Grande, I mean, Ludwig Kaiser, he's taken it to a whole new level. And I'm curious to see what Chad Gable's going to do upon his return. Like, are they going to have him re-enter into that El Grande storyline? Are they going to have him do something else? I'm not sure, but yes, Chad Gable. And another guy who's injured, it is Kevin Owens. Fight Owens fight. He had to be taken out of WrestleMania 41 due to a serious, very serious neck injury. He said on Cody Rhodes' podcast that even if he got hit one more time, he could have died, which is absolutely insane. Because we all love Kevin Owens. We're all sending our well wishes and our prayers out to Kevin Owens for a speedy recovery, and I do hope that he comes back at some point next year. I mean, it was reported that he was going to miss all of 2026. So maybe come back in like the 2027 Royal Rumble, or maybe like after WrestleMania 42 or 43 or something. I don't know, but yes, Kevin Owens, he's going to miss quite a lot of time off of his career. That is very unfortunate. Next up, we got John Cena. Like I said earlier, absolutely generational clash with AJ Styles at Crown Jewel and his. Oh, wait a second. Excuse me, this is John Cena. He had a fantastic match with AJ Styles at Crown Jewel, and he's got 4 dates left on his WWE career, which is absolutely insane to say. We are all going to miss John Cena, and I just hope that they handle his final match right. They put him against the right guy. They just do everything to make his final match worthy of being his final match. Because his heel run, they have flopped quite a bit of it, unfortunately. But yes, John Cena. Gunther, he has been injured since SummerSlam with something. I don't know exactly how he is injured, but yes, there's the ring general Gunther. Maybe he's going to come back soon and enter into the world title scene. This is the last Seth Rollins. We got the Elite 109 Seth Rollins with the World Heavyweight title and the AEW World Championship, only because it looks like the Crown Jewel Championship, and I wanted to represent how he won the Crown Jewel Championship at Crown Jewel. We got Rey Mysterio, yet another guy who has been injured for quite a while. That there is actually a lot of injured people on WWE's roster right now. I didn't realize that until making this video. But Rey Mysterio was also injured. He tore his groin before WrestleMania and had to miss his match versus El Grande Americano. What could he do on his return? I don't really know. Maybe enter into a feud with Dominic and over at AAA, and then have him win the AAA title. That'd be really poetic for Rey Mysterio to win the AAA World Title before he retires. But yes, Rey Mysterio. We got the Street Profits. I did want to see them dethrone the Wyatt Six on SmackDown the other day, but that didn't happen, unfortunately. But Angelo Dawkins and Montez Ford, the Street Profits, them getting their old theme song back and being a little more babyface was very awesome to see. The Viper, Randy Orton, dude. How long is he going to be looking at that dang championship? He's been looking at Cody Rhodes' championship with intent of, I guess, turning on him since like Clash at the Castle 2024, and nothing has come of it since then, dude. Come on, Randy should turn on Cody Rhodes soon and enter into his heel run, just like he's going to be on in Jed Wrestling. But yes, the Viper, Randy Orton, and we might as well turn his head to his left because coming in is the undisputed WWE Champion, Cody Rhodes. We're going to have Randy Orton looking at Cody Rhodes' championship in the ring. That looks very humorous and very realistic because it happens every dang week. And this video is getting very long, but The Miz, we got the Awesome Truth 3-pack Miz. Still haven't gotten around to swapping this horrible head sculpt because I actually did take a head sculpt off of a basic Miz, but the problem was the neck peg broke and then the peg like came it still stayed in the head, but the neck peg broke off. So now I have absolutely no way of getting it off. I have no idea how to get it off. So if anyone has any ideas, please let me know in the comments down below. But dude, I have no idea. But yes, The Miz. I wanted to feature them together. We got Rhea Ripley, and Io Sky. I want a new Rhea Ripley figure very badly. Yes, this duo just won at Crown Jewel, and yeah, I would like to see more of Rio as a tag team in the future. Decided to switch up the camera angle a little bit so you can see all the figures, but here is the Oracle, Paul Heyman aligning himself with Seth Rollins at WrestleMania 41, and now mentoring Braun Breaker and Bronson Reed as well. And he did announce Brock Lesnar out to the ring at WrestlePalooza. So that makes me wonder if might as well just grab it now. If the Beast is going to join the Vision for War Games, because it would be, I think the best bet for War Games is going to be Seth Rollins, Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Brock Lesnar, and then someone else going up against Roman Reigns, the Usos, CM Punk, and LA Knight. I think that would be a very awesome War Games match, and it would be the best way to close out the Vision versus everybody storyline. Drew McIntyre, I just dropped him, but there's Drew Mc. Yeah, I just dropped him like WWE does all the time. But once again, I'm complaining about people they drop the ball on. But this is going to be the last one. Trust me. We got Drew McIntyre. He should have beat Cody Rhodes at WrestlePalooza, man. Maverick Logan Paul. He's been off ever since Clash in Paris. Maybe he's going to come back soon. I don't know, but yeah, Logan Paul lost to John Cena at Clash of Paris. We're gonna put him back here to save as much space as possible. We got Tommaso Ciampa, Johnny Gargano, and a while back they aligned themselves with Candice LeRae. DIY, another tag team on the SmackDown brand that's kind of been dormant recently. But yeah, they've kind of. I feel like they need to shake up the SmackDown tag division a little bit because I'd actually both tag divisions. I think a draft would be good because, dude, I feel like every possible match for the titles has happened on SmackDown already. Like the White Six versus the Machine Guns, DIY versus the Machine Guns, the Street Profits versus DIY, Pretty Deadly versus DIY. All the possible matches have happened. And then when you look on the Raw brand, the only real tag teams are the New Day and the War Raiders and the Judgment Day, I guess. But yes, I would like to see a draft to shake up the tag divisions a little bit. Axiom, I still don't have Nathan Frazier. That main event Nathan Frazier that they released. I haven't been able to find it anywhere, and I do want to get it because I like Fraxium and I want to have them in Jed Wrestling. But yes, maybe Axiom is someone I could use as like a mid card singles talent in Jed Wrestling before I get Nathan Frazier. But yes, there's Axiom, formerly known as A Kid, of course. Bianca Belair. I feel like this is a really good early bet for surprises in the 2026 Women's Royal Rumble. I feel like that's the best place to bring her back since she's been gone for a while. And yeah, but Bianca Belair, she could win the Royal Rumble. I mean, I'd probably have it be someone else since Bianca has won the Royal Rumble in the past, but you never know. Bailey's been on an absolute roll recently with her new split personality persona. Much like I said, R-Truth should go on. If you can see R-Truth back here, I said he should go on the split personality storyline, and that's what Bailey is going on a little bit. She's got she's like half role model, half hugger with a little bit of current Bailey sprinkled in there, and I think it's a really cool storyline. She's teaming up with Lyra a little bit. All Rise, we got Damian Priest. There's quite a few current Damian Priest that we've seen ever since this figure release, the Elite 1 to 9. I just haven't gotten any of them. Didn't get the Ultimate Edition, and but probably not going to get the new one that they're releasing with the Terra Twin shirt. I think this is a good Damian Priest, even if it is a little short, because like, dude, he's the same size as Cody Rhodes. That's not realistic. Just a few more figures to go through. We got Kofi Kingston. I'm gonna try to fit him as best as I can. And we got Xavier Woods, of course, these two. I have been in a feud with Penta, which has been really fun, as has been their morning storyline for the tag team division on Raw. I think it's really funny. And honestly, I am also mourning for the Raw tag division right now, so I guess I agree with the New Day in that regard. We got Rusev, and we're definitely running out of room in here, but there is Rusev in a feud with Dominic Mysterio a little bit over the Intercontinental Championship. And the last two figures is Bronson Reed and Braun Breaker of the Vision. Uh, they just fell. But please let me know what you think in the comments down below. I really hope that you guys enjoyed this video. And if you did, please feel free to leave a like, comment, hit subscribe if you haven't already, turn on notifications so you don't miss a new video. And I'll see you guys next time. Jed Wrestling out.